Welcome back, everybody. If you think Jesus carried that cross with weak legs, you are sorely mistaken. So today we are hitting leg day for Jesus. Great, best video yet, because it's for Jesus, so it's automatically the best one, right? So we're starting out with some leg press. We're warming up now. Got to get real deep, real good stretch with a plate on there. Nothing crazy yet. This is my favorite leg press machine with the hinge, because you can go way deeper than anything else. It's great. I'm finishing up the warm-up in a second here, but I just wanted to say these videos are doing way better than I thought they would. I've gotten like 109 views on 2 videos for my first 2. Like, it's almost like the 109 views were promised to me 3,000 years ago or something. If you know, you know, drop a comment. But yeah, we're moving on. 6 plate leg press, I believe, for 6. This is gonna be a struggle. Well, at 3, I wanted to give up, but at the gym, you can't give up after 3. You have to push, push, and get those results. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with a mid-physique forever. And I'm not trying to be stuck with a mid-physique forever. Especially now that I'm cutting, I got to get all the extra juice in my legs, make sure I don't lose any mass down there. We're finishing up our first set here in a second. When I put my hands on my knees, I will, in the last set, I do it the whole time. I'm not pushing, I'm just stabilizing. I'm not trying to, even then, my arms in that position aren't going to add very much force, even if I was. But I'm not pushing. My hands are barely touching my knees, mostly fingers on the sides holding onto it. Beyond that, this is just, I have not found a better quad exercise than this leg press machine. And it hits glutes as well, but you go deep, you get a crazy stretch, and it's all, like, perfect. We're on to the second set. Well, we've been on to the second set with 5 plates. Had to go a little bit down in weight because I only did the first one for 6, and the next one would have been for 5 and then 4, and I don't think that's enough volume. Because, weight and intensity is super important, but having enough volume is also really important, which is why you'll see me hit, like, extra drop sets at the end on occasion and stuff like that, because that little bit of extra volume can be what pushes you over the edge for progressive overload. Progressive overload is the most important part of advancing your training. You have to be doing a little bit more every workout. Maybe not every workout. On average, your average workout has to be a little bit better than the last one. A little bit more weight, a little bit more reps, an extra set even. Anything to get that number up. You just have to make your muscles do more work than last time, and you will keep getting stronger and bigger. Now, this doesn't apply when you're injured. You should go easy when you're injured and nurse yourself back to health. Otherwise, it'll just get worse, because a while back, I had a minor shoulder injury, and I kept working out, and I wasn't getting any stronger, and the injury was just getting worse. I had to take a couple months off by the time I decided I had to take time off. If I had just taken it easy for a while, I might have been back in a month, maybe a couple weeks. But now I'm able to exercise my shoulder with no pain, because I gave it the time it needed to get better. I hope you learned from my mistake, but I didn't even hit the transition. We're on to hamstring curls. I almost said hammer curls. That's different. That's not legs at all. Despite what some arm day enthusiasts may tell you. We're on to the second set now, but we're doing, I believe, 155, maybe 160. I don't remember if I had the 5 down on there. It might be even more. I might have been doing 170. Again, I'm not watching the video as I record this because I can't watch a video on my phone while recording audio, right? Funny how that works. We're going into the third set now. These are pretty quick. You have to really, grind at the end. You have to pull the pad up. It's going to hit you in the butt and go back down. And you have to control the eccentric, bring it back up, control the eccentric, and then you won't be able to touch your butt on the last couple reps. You just keep pushing. And as long as you can get it at least part of the way up, keep pushing. And then, I believe on my last set I did that. But even then, we're on to adductors and abductors, which there's going to be, usually I have a little bit of faint background audio. There's probably not going to be very great audio for this because I was propping this on, a fan. So the audio is going to be whoa, the entire time. Great impression. If it was a great impression. Comment if it was a bad one. yeah, we're doing a big superset of adductors and abductors here. 2 sets of each because I was running short on time today. Usually I'd do 3. That's a lie. I usually do 2. I'm just coping. But we're going to move on to, I believe, leg extensions is next, and I forgot to record one of the sets, or I didn't forget. I thought I hit the button to record one of the sets, and it didn't start recording. So I only have 2 sets of footage. So if you want to get the full experience, just like rewind one of the sets and watch it again, and then you'll get the full experience if you want. That's up to you though. I'm not your dad. But here we go. We're about to start leg extensions, and since I already hit quads super hard, my legs were so sore doing this. But you really have to grind it out and just push and push, because the more you do, the easier it'll be next time. The bigger your legs will get, the stronger you'll become. It's just the effort you put in now will pay off later, and that's the biggest lesson of going to the gym that teaches you for every other aspect of life, is the more effort you put into something now, the easier time you'll have later, the better time you'll have later, the less work you'll have to do later even. Like, you say, oh, I'm going to stay really fit and healthy as a young guy, and then when you get old, you're going to end up not having to put as much work into maintaining your health. Anyways, I'm posing in the now, and this lighting is really bad. You can see a little bit of the size and shape on the quad. I didn't do calves yet, so I don't have calf pump, but I need to find a better place to pose for this, because there's really nowhere that's good for leg posing in this gym, unfortunately. I wish there was. But finishing up that now, we're going on to calf raises. I struggled to find a good angle for this, because it's a pretty tall machine that, your full body's in it. But you got to load it up heavy and go all the way deep into the stretch and push it back up as far as you can, and do that for as many reps as you can. And the bottom part of the rep, where your feet are as low as they can get, is the most important part. Excuse me. And that's the biggest lesson, really, from the calf raises that apply to a lot of other exercise, is the stretch is super important. And if you need to prioritize half of the lift, the stretch or the squeeze up top, always prioritize the stretch. But don't completely sacrifice the squeeze, because that also has benefits. But if you bias the stretch, you'll get better results overall. So we're moving on to the second set here. Well, we have been moved on to the second set. I'm not checking my notes as diligently as I usually do. So we're gonna just crank out another 12 reps, and at the end you're gonna be feeling tired, like I can't do it. You can just let your legs rest let your feet rest all the way at the bottom with the weight, stretching your calf out, and then just push up again, or just go as far up as you can, and really just try to force it up, and then lower back down. Force it. You don't want to like bounce down. You don't want to like fall down with. I think I have 330 pounds on my shoulders here. Not a good idea. You're gonna end up getting hurt. But yeah, this is my last set. We're wrapping up for today. Thanks for all the great support on the last 2 videos. Tons of comments, more views than I expected. But yeah, I appreciate if you guys liked this one, left a comment, and subscribed, because I'm doing better than I thought, and I just want to keep the ball rolling here. So thank you all very much, and reach out if you want to hit a workout together. See ya.